Maya, quick question. Who's minding the store at the company that keeps warning us about AI risk?
Ooh, that's a loaded setup, Marcus. I take it the answer today is nobody?
The team whose whole job was catching the scary stuff, reportedly gone. That's our lead.
Okay, that's a big deal. Let's unpack it, because it's not as simple as it sounds.
Here's what dropped. According to the Financial Times reported by The Verge, OpenAI disbanded its preparedness team at the end of last month. That team's job was to assess whether models posed serious risks and to build ways to mitigate them.
And by serious risks, we mean the big-ticket scenarios. The report frames it as things like a model going rogue and hacking another company. Not sci-fi for the sake of it. That's literally what the group was scoped to study.
So why does the timing sting? Because this is the same industry telling us to trust it while it moves fast. Disbanding the guardrail team doesn't exactly scream reassurance.
Right, but let's be fair to the other read. Companies reorganize safety work all the time. Disbanding a named team doesn't automatically mean the work stops. Sometimes it gets folded into other groups. We only have the reporting. OpenAI hasn't laid out where those responsibilities land now.
That's the honest caveat. Reportedly disbanded per the FT. And we don't yet have OpenAI's own accounting of what replaces it. My measured take? The burden's on them to show the function survived the reshuffle.
And that pressure isn't happening in a vacuum, which is a perfect handoff to Anthropic, Marcus.
It is. Anthropic's CEO Dario Amodei, per TechCrunch, is pushing back on the idea he's been overly gloomy about AI. His line, the backlash is, quote, fundamentally a crisis of trust.
And that framing actually matters. Because if the problem is trust, the fix isn't just better models, it's showing your work. Which loops right back to that preparedness story. People don't feel reassured when the safety team quietly disappears.
The skeptic in me notes it's convenient for a lab CEO to reframe criticism as a trust problem rather than a substance problem. But he's not wrong that trust is the currency here.
And there's a receipt for the trust gap in the same feed. TechCrunch's Equity podcast has a whole segment on why people aren't buying Mark Zuckerberg's AI future.
So two of the biggest names in AI, same week, circling the same soft spot. The public isn't sold. That's not a model problem. That's a credibility problem.
And here's where it gets personal, Marcus. Trust isn't abstract when the AI is in your house. MIT Tech Review has this piece about kids whose robot best friend is being shut down.
Walk me through that one, because it sounds like a gut punch.
It's about a robot called Moxie. A kid named Xander spent 6 years with it. It taught him breathing exercises to calm down when he was anxious. And now that device is going away. For a child, that's not a discontinued product. That's a friend disappearing.
And that's the safety story nobody puts on a benchmark. It's not rogue models hacking companies. It's what happens when a company you trusted with your kid's emotional life just sunsets the thing.
Exactly. Both matter. The catastrophic risks the preparedness team studied, and the everyday human cost when trust breaks. Same theme, two very different scales.
So here's the through line today. Whether it's a disbanded safety team, a CEO calling it a crisis of trust, or a kid losing a robot, the whole AI story right now runs on trust, and it's running low.
That's your daily AI beat. Subscribe and come back tomorrow. We do this every single day so you don't have to refresh 40 tabs.
Tomorrow we're digging into that reported $7 billion Stripe and OpenRouter deal, the plumbing of the AI economy. See you then.
See you tomorrow, everybody.